welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiriawan and today is an everyday photography vlog. I'm actually on the way from Yogyakarta to Bandungan in Central Java for a vacation, a little bit of a getaway. It's not going to be a photography trip, but I thought I want to bring my camera and lenses and try to capture some pictures. If you want to watch the other everyday photography vlog, you can go to the link up here. But anyway, yeah, photography is not the main focus of this trip, but I still want to squeeze a little bit of photography time. Anyway, I'm bringing some cameras and lenses today. Mainly, I will be using the Panasonic Lumix GX850 together with the Panasonic Lumix 14-140mm super zoom lens as my primary camera and lens. I will use some other lens maybe, but I'm not quite sure. But I just want to try to limit myself to using only one camera and one lens. So now let's try to take some pictures. Alright, so for today's first photo, I want to try to capture this beautiful vantage point, this location right here where we can oversee those hills and the trees and a little bit of the town area near the hill. I'm not quite sure what town is that, but this is Central Java. This is not Yogyakarta. We're actually on the way to our travel destination, which is Bandungan. It's not Yogyakarta once again. We're about 30 minutes away from Bandungan. I'm not quite sure where we are right now, but actually I'm bringing my GX850 and the 14-140mm Panasonic lens. So if you want to learn more about the gear that I brought on this trip, you can check out the video up here. Maybe I'm not quite sure where the card is, but anyway, let's take the picture. So the setting is quite simple. Aperture priority 14-140, and yeah, I'm keeping everything else automatic. ISO automatic, and this will be raw because I want to edit the picture later. I want to focus on that tree in the middle, as you can see right there. So this is about 50mm f5.6. Nice. I think the tree makes a nice point for the eye, just like an anchor point, because otherwise without the tree it's just too bland in my opinion. Let's try to focus more on the tree. 70mm. Let's try to zoom out just a little bit. We'll see what works and what doesn't work. I want to try to focus more on the layers of the hills right there. Let's try. I'm zooming all the way to about 100-ish millimeter. This is about 90mm. Let's try. With the bird, nice. I got the bird. Makes for a nice addition into the photograph. I'm going to try to include a little bit of the foreground area that's closer to us, those palm trees right there. Maybe it will make for a great foreground. So I'm zooming out just a little bit. This is probably 80-something millimeter. Right, really nice. Really nice. Few more pictures. Nice. Let's see what else that we can photograph. I want to try to, go closer a little bit. Wow, really nice view. What about that hill area on the left there? Let's try. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't, but I'm just going to try anyway. Still same setting, aperture priority. This is about 80mm f5.6. Nice. What about that little mountain right there, the highest point right there? I want to try to capture it. Vertical composition together with the tree that we just photographed earlier. Right, this is about 120mm. Just captured a few frames with the bird, hopefully. Alright, really nice. I got the bird on the frame. I think it makes a nice addition. What else that we can photograph? Let's see. We have some flowers right here. I want to try to take some macro shots of the flower right there. I hope you can see. Just a simple macro shot. 140mm. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you don't really need a large aperture. All you need is just a long telephoto lens and the background will still blur. This is f5.6, but it blurs a lot, so yeah, really nice. Alright, so I moved to a different position and I think I found a better vantage point to capture the scenery that we just photographed earlier. So we're inside a building now, so I'm a little bit more covered from the sunlight, but as you can see, we have like this part of the building that I can use to make a frame within a frame kind of look, which I really like, by the way. So still with the GX850 and the 14-140, I'm going to try to capture just that the scenery with the help of this frame to make it look more interesting. So maybe 14mm camera setting still the same, f5.6 aperture priority. Everything else is automatic and it's going to be raw, and I'm going to edit the images later on. So yeah, something like this. Let's try. Trying to nail the geometry, the perspective, so that it's not slanted or tilted. Something like this. The big tree over here is actually really nice. I'm gonna try to crouch a little bit to try to get more of that. All right, I think it looks nice. Let's try one more time. It's a little bit slanted because I'm crouching, but I think I can crop it later. There's no shame in doing crop. I don't think cropping is a sin. You know, I'm okay with cropping, by the way. So yeah, something like that. Let's try standing up and just try this sort of look. Right, really nice. Now I'm going to take one without the framing device, so I can get the whole tree right there fully captured. Alright, let's try vertical. I think it looks really nice. I'm gonna try to move forward just a little bit. Something like this, the big tree by itself. Wow, you're not looking at the camera. Alright, like this. Alright, vertical composition. Very nice, big tree. A great vantage point for the eye to see. So now let's try to capture some layers, distant landscape photos using the telephoto focal length of this particular lens. I want to try to capture that intersection between that hill on the foreground and that hill on the background. Let's try. So maybe I'm going to zoom it all the way to 140mm. You know, the hill on the background is very faint. It's not really that clear because it's hazy and there are lots of fogs. So I'm going to try to just do it as best as I can. This is about 100mm. Let's try to see what happens. Yeah, not really that interesting. I'm going to try to capture that area instead right there, where we can start to see some buildings, part of the town. So again, 100 something millimeter. Yeah, it's very hazy and foggy and cloudy, so it's not going to be really clear, but I'm going to just do it anyway. This is 140mm. Let's try to capture some more. I think it looks nice. Let's try this area right here. Remember that tree from the previous photograph. I'm going to try to incorporate it as sort of a framing device. Let's see. Vertical composition, I'm focusing somewhere in between. Something like this. Alright, really nice. A little bit zoom in. Let's try 100mm. That was 140, by the way. Something like this. Okay, much better. Much better. Doesn't feel too tight and too cramped. Let's move a little bit to the left. I saw there are some buildings right there. Maybe like a hotel or something on the left side of the tree on the middle right there. You can see. Yeah, looks nice. I'm going to try to capture it. I'm going to make sure that I'm not cropping the hill behind it. So this is probably about 70-ish millimeter. I hope you can see what happens in the camera. It's a little bit backlight right now. I'm going to share only the sharp pictures and the one that I think is the best. I'm not going to share every frame that I shot. And that wraps up today's video. So that is all for today's video. I hope that this has been interesting, inspiring, and entertaining as well. Makes you want to go out and take some pictures. So please let me know in the comment down below which one is your favorite picture. Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below, and don't forget to use my affiliate links on the description below, or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you and see you on the next video. Goodbye.